Okay, people, it is today Wednesday, August 24th, year 2016. And this is the first time I've seen yet signs of potential trouble for Hillary Clinton. Now, I'm not going so far as to say that Trump is catching up or that his reset is working. But I have seen the stirrings of an actual campaign buried in Trump's approach in the last 4 or 5 days. Now, I don't know if you've been following along at home, but if you've listened to some of the other videos and if you've played along at home, you know that I had predicted by today, Wednesday, he would have already shot himself in the foot and his reset would have been over and he would have gotten into a Twitter war with, Patton Oswalt or somebody, and his new pivot would have been a complete bust. Now we're seeing the first signs that isn't true. But more potentially disturbing is actually he is starting to hammer away on a couple of themes. And those themes have resonance, partially because the media, for whatever strange reason, seems to be playing along. We have reached some sort of critical fault line with the Hillary Clinton emails versus the Clinton Foundation. And the media is actually starting to pick up the cross, so to speak. They are starting to go after her a little. Now, mind you, it's not a firestorm, but we're starting to see some first signs of trouble. And Trump has grabbed on a theme, and this is the first time that he's ever grabbed on a theme more than 1 or 2 days and repeated. We need to have a special prosecutor. We need to have someone look into the Clinton Foundation. The Clinton Foundation was pay for play. These are all resonant. I'm not saying that these are correct in terms of the facts, the underlying facts, that what Hillary Clinton did was so damning. But I'm saying certainly they have political value. Certainly they can be used politically to cause her harm. And he is actually starting to use them correctly for the first time. He is starting to run a real campaign. What I suspect, and there are rumors that Roger Ailes is on board and working to help Trump at this point. And if that were true, this is the first time I've seen a sign of competence within Trumpland at all. Now, on the bright side, if you are a Hillary Clinton fan, first of all, she has gone way ahead in some of these battleground states. And that is going to be hard to make up, even if Trump were to run a great campaign between now and then. And I did not say he's running a great campaign. I said he's showing the first signs of competence. The first signs of running a competent campaign instead of a total train wreck like he did after the Republican convention. Still, there is also troubling stuff going on for Trump. Now, he has flip-flopped on his main selling point. And his main selling point was being, he's going to build a wall and he's going to deport 11 million illegal immigrants. Don't ask me why on earth that was his main selling point, but that was his main selling point. And that's part of the reason why he got so far so quickly in the Republican. He was really able to contrast himself with some of the more. The Republicans were trying to walk a fine line. I want to be a really, really tough, anti-illegal immigrant tough guy, but I don't want to say or do anything that I'm gonna have to backtrack on in the general election. Now, they were all being understandably cautious, and Trump was spitting in their face. And some of the arguments against him were that you're going to have to go up in a general election, and you're going to have to backtrack from some of the radical proposals that you're making. And he was like, no, I'm not. We're going to build a wall. We're going to deport all these people. Now he's starting to say we're not going to deport anybody. I mean, that was pretty obvious from the jump. Nobody was ever going to be deported. That's just not a workable policy. So it was ridiculous on the face of it that would, but he was getting a lot of leverage and a lot of votes by being the hardcore guy on illegal immigration. And now he is backing away from that. That has the potential to actually harm him within his own ranks. He is not popular in the Republican Party. He is really wildly popular with a core section where they absolutely love him. But there are some of them who may turn on him if they think that he was playing them about illegal immigration. That is a potential problem for him to watch in the days to come. Because already we're seeing someone like Ann Coulter is saying she won't, she's going to end her book tour if he starts being soft on illegal immigration. So there's a potential problem there in Trump land. The other potential problem for Donald Trump is he's got a lot of ground to make up, and he has no money. I mean, Hillary Clinton has been running. They say by the end of the month, it will be close to $200 million worth of ads in the battleground states. That could be the whole reason why she's killing him in the battleground states. And remember, when you're a Democrat, you start out in the lead. You start out with 200 electoral votes. Republican starts out with something like 140, 150. So I'm not still saying that Trump can win. But I'm saying there are signs of life in his campaign that could make this a closer race than it appears like it is going to be. And could